Well guys, I'll tell you what, Century does not fail to impress when it comes to the Caniks. We've got their new one out here, one of the newest ones. This is the Rival S in the really gaudy looking chrome finish. They also do this in a real blacked out finish as well, called the dark side. Let's shoot this thing a little bit, have some fun. This is a 5-inch race gun with a metal frame. Let's check it out. Very nice, very nice. We're gonna shoot this thing a little bit more. I have to wear the ears for this one. We've been shooting so much suppressed here lately. Don't know what it's like to hear the report of the pistol. But this is the Rival S, really cool piece of hardware. This one obviously is chambered in 9mm. This does take the full size Mete and Canik magazine body that's been around for quite some time now. It seems like they've kind of standardized that now. I know there for a while I was kind of wondering if they were going to go through a lot of magazine changes. The real early Caniks, the super early ones, those had a different type of proprietary magazine, but they look like they've kind of fell into their own with these now. This is an 18-shot magazine body. So if you have ever looked at these Canik pistols before, one of the things that you're going to probably notice right out the gate with many of them is that they come with all this really cool case candy. So you get this nice case, and it comes with a really nice holster, and this one has 3 different grip modules. You've got weighted base plates to help get those empties out of there really quick. You notice this one does have the flared magwell adapter on it, so you get all of that. You get a custom holster with it. You get a tool kit, different safety buttons and fiber optic assemblies and all kind of neat little things. And look, the tool that you get, the multi-tool, is a little miniature version of the pistol. How cool is that? That's what you use as the tool. But they just really go out of their way to make this a very capable setup right out of the box. So that's one thing that I always want to say about these. I know folks have their, they might have their reservations about these pistols, but I feel like in recent years, they have done a great job of really bringing these up to par with everything else that's out there. The MSRP on this gun is like $950. So streetwise, it's going to be considerably lower than that. So you're talking an out-of-the-box race gun with a 5-inch barrel that's ready to go. It's got some generous weight. This thing weighs almost 43 ounces. So it is an all-metal frame, all metal slide, no bull crap, all metal gun, which, as you know, many of the Caniks obviously have always been polymer frame guns. Keep the lightweight in there. They do flute this barrel, which is really cool. So they do, even though this is a metal frame gun with a lot going on, they do a lot of lightning cuts on here. So all of these serrations, you've got a ported barrel, or not the ported barrel, but they ported the slide to kind of cut down a little bit on the weight, just a bit, to kind of really more about balance, to get the balance right. But they got the fiber optic front sight post, fully adjustable rear sight for windage and elevation. Also, this gun, as many new guns come out right now, it is cut for a slide rider, and you get 5 different adapter plates to adapt this thing to whatever type of slide rider you want to run. Trijicon, Burris, you name it. If it's out there, it's going to fit it, no problem. You have a 90-degree flat shoe trigger that's made out of aluminum, so it breaks at a nice clean 90-degree angle. Super, super nice trigger. Of course, that was one thing about the original Caniks that I really liked a lot, was that the trigger was freaking fantastic. Now, you're definitely not going to get lost carrying this gun around. I mean, this thing, they're not going to not see you on the competition circuit, because this gaudy chrome, you can see it from a mile away. I personally would probably opt for something a little more blacked out and kind of tactical looking. That's just me, but they do the chrome and the dark side finish. So let's try it out. Let's shoot it some more. All right. I like the back strap. I like the magwell on this thing. Helps get those mags in there real nice. Okay. The ammo that we're running is 124 grain Bellom ball ammunition. So this is just military ammunition that we're running. And again, that mag well is real nice, helps those mags get in there. And of course, with the weighted base plate, it really helps get those empties out of there with a good bit of authority. So that's pretty cool. I want to make mention of something real quick, kind of here. The rear sight, you know, is nice and wide, kind of like a Novak style, like peep sight, you know, like a traditional Novak sight on a 1911. So it's got that nice, you know, wide rear sight. The front sight is real thin, and it can get lost a little bit. You know, when you bring the gun up, it's so thin that it kind of catches you off guard a little bit. I almost wish that rear sight was maybe a little bit thinner, maybe not quite so wide, a little more narrow. That's just me being, you know, kind of critical, but overall, the trigger on this thing is absolutely fantastic, and the accuracy on these pistols has always been very superb. I've never really had a major issue out of the Caniks in the accuracy department. And also in the reliability department, never really had a major issue. Now, this gun ships with two 18-round magazines. I went and stole Brandy's magazine out of her office with the tan base plate on it, and that's the one we're running, but we got a few spare magazines here. I think I discussed all of the, you know, the accoutrements, if you will, all the random stuff that comes with it. That's one thing I think that just sets the Canik apart. I mean, you get the nice holster, you get all the fancy gadgets and the tools and stuff. So that was really one of their big selling points early on, was that the prices that the early Caniks came in at, they were already a great price pistol. You know, these are Turkish produced, but they also had all of the awesome accessories, you know. Now granted, they were kind of like basic accessories, like a basic holster, basic, you know, mag holders and things like that, but it got you started. It got you kind of in that entry level price point. So I kind of pit this as an entry-level race gun that's striker fired, that you can pretty much use right out of the box and get into competing immediately if you want to. So that's kind of where I feel like this particular pistol is kind of built, and that's mainly why we're just slinging rounds at steel. I wasn't really going to try to blow up sodas or anything today with this particular gun, but I like the 5-inch barrel. I think that's a great barrel length for a 9mm. We didn't opt to put an optic on this particular thing. I just wanted to run it with the irons because I think the irons on it are pretty solid. And, you know, I do like the irons. That front sight post is throwing me off a little bit. It's kind of thin, but you can get a very consistent point of aim. I'm definitely making some difficult shots with this thing. I'm a little rusty. I haven't shot pistols in a while, so I apologize if I'm not hitting the right side of a barn, but all in all, I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to put a few more rounds through it. This is mainly just to kind of give you guys an idea what this gun's about, let you know that it's out there. Canik is getting into the full-size metal race gun market, 5-inch barrel, all the case candy. It's just kind of a nice option to have in the back of your mind if you're looking to get into competing and you don't want to dump a whole lot of money into some custom, you know, $3,000 race rig or something. This allows you to get out and get some training in and not go broke doing it. So this is an affordable option to get into 3-gun or any type of competition shooting where you might want to have a hefty, you know, decent amount of weight, everything like that, you know, pistol. So, all right, take a few more shots. I took all those poppers out, pretty quick authority here. Let's just lob some rounds, have some fun. Real smooth magazine release. It is an ambidextrous magazine release on this gun. I'm shooting right over the top of that plate every single shot. So I guess it's a little high at 50 for me, but all in all, great option. Definitely something worth looking at. Check it out. This is the Canik Rival S in chrome. So if you're wanting to get into a race gun, you don't want to spend a ton of money, maybe this is something worth looking at. Thanks. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon.